Hi, I'm Josh Hublitz, and I've been training with Jack Schore for about 3 or 4 years now. And the first principle that Jack really focuses on is showing up early, whether you're practicing or playing a tournament. And it's definitely an important principle physically because it gives you the edge of warming up and doing the proper dynamics and stretches that get you ready. And it's also it's good for your mental game because you get to prepare yourself. You're not just going straight in. Whether it's practice or a tournament, you want to be mentally ready to ready to put in full effort. So it's definitely a key principle to becoming a champion in any sport, but definitely tennis, where the mental and physical game are both equally important. So the second principle that Jack really focuses on is learning from your losses, which is probably the most important, if not one of the most important principles. You definitely learn a lot more from your losses, at least I have, because when you win, you feel good about it and you don't really think, I need to take something away from this. You're kind of satisfied. But for me, over the summer, having some difficult losses, you definitely feel it more, and therefore you realize there is stuff to take away from it, whether it's something specific like technique or something physical, whether you're not strong enough, you're not fast enough, and you can definitely narrow in on what it is based on your performance. So it's definitely the most key principle, and you have to be ready to talk about it too with your coach in practice, and recognize that there is stuff to work on. Don't just push it aside and think it's an off day, because usually coming off of a loss, there's definitely stuff that you can work on. So make sure that you recognize that. Recognition is key also, and come prepared to work on it in practice. And I've had numerous losses where I've come to Jack, and whether he's watched me or not, he knows what I've been working on, and even if he hasn't watched me play, he'll know that what I have been working on has been going well or it hasn't been going well, and so he can recognize right away probably what broke down in my match, and he can also recognize right away what's been going well, even without me describing what's happened. So yeah, recognition and talking about your losses will definitely help you do better in your next match.
All right, Josh Hublitz breaks the sound barrier.
So the third principle of Jack's overall philosophy of what it is to be a champion is learning how to take instruction as a junior, as a player, and also learning who to take instruction from as you develop as a junior. And over the past 3 or 4 years, I've been working with Jack, and I've really learned recently that taking instruction from your coach it's a work in progress, and it's something that you have to learn how to do and work really hard at it. When I was a little bit younger, it was difficult sometimes to take in the information, even though now I realize that it's all part of my game, and what Jack has been saying has pretty much been the same thing the past couple of years. But being older, I realize now that it's all positive, and it's starting to come together now that I'm a little bit older. And also, I've been playing in some outside clinics just to get a different, I guess, perspective from some outside coaches, and hit with my junior friends. And even though I get a lot of good information from some of the outside coaches, and I take that in, but it's good to realize, I have to realize that Jack is my sole main coach, and he's the one who I can really go to take in information. So you do have to realize as you get older that having one coach that you can build a relationship with, like I have with Jack, is really what will put you in the right direction as a player.
Let's just here, up on the ball a little bit more. Try to hit up on the ball so you get that tap out.
So the last principle that Jack likes to talk about with his players is fitness, which is very important, especially as you become older, like myself. The past year or so, I've realized that fitness is one of the most important aspects of the game as an older player, because everybody's getting stronger, everybody's working harder. So as a younger player, you want to touch on it, but as you develop and get older, you definitely want to work on your fitness just as much as you work on your technique and your skills. So it's definitely becoming one of the most important aspects of the game. So yeah, fitness is definitely important, and Jack also likes to enforce that in his players and make sure that they all know that.